together. Excuse me.
Wizard of Oz.
It is 7 o'clock, so City Council meeting to order. First item on the agenda tonight is invocation given by Councilman Ferguson, and then the pledge to both the American and Texas flags given by Mayor Pro Tem Durham.
Please ask you to rise for a moment of silent prayer. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one nation, under God, one indivisible.
Please be seated. Next item on the agenda is Visitor Citizens Forum. At this time, any person with business before the council not scheduled on the agenda may speak to the council. No formal action can be taken on these items at this meeting. First, I have Joanne Brooks.
Because of the wonderful things he does.
Would you mind reaching up there and pulling that microphone down for him, please? Thank you.
As mayor of this fine city, I would like to make a royal proclamation.
You're not mayor of this fine city.
Yes, I am.
No, you're mayor of Munchkin Land.
Isn't this Munchkin Land?
No, this is Lewisville. That's the mayor up there.
Well, can we ask him to make a royal proclamation?
Yes, we can, but I think you better sit down. Samuel Moran, our mayor of Munchkin Land. Ladies and gentlemen of this fine city of Lewisville, I welcome you tonight, and I hereby implore, beg, and beseech you all to think about and consider proclaiming the next 2 weeks the Wizard of Oz weeks in the city of Lewisville. You see, next October, 1 year from today, there is going to be this celebration you have never seen before in your life, celebrating a movie that happened 75 years ago. That movie touched the hearts and lives of so many families and so many people when it was released via national television. Every Christmas, every Easter, families sat around and watched this movie. The song, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, not only won the Academy Award for 1939, but it was named just recently the best song ever. So this movie is celebrating its 75th anniversary, and we thought in the city of Lewisville that we would join the celebration by kicking it off here tonight in Lewisville. Next weekend, we open at the Actors Conservatory Theater with The Wizard of Oz, based on that movie. The show runs October 5th through the 14th. It's 7 p.m. both Friday and Saturday nights, and 2 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday afternoons. The following weekend, again at Friday and Saturday nights at 7 and 2 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday matinees. But not only is this a celebration of the Actors Conservatory Theater and of the world, but the following weekend, ladies and gentlemen, it's Homecoming Week. And guess what the theme of Homecoming Week is this year? So we beseech and implore our great councilman and our wonderfully esteemed mayor of Louisville to hereby proclaim and resolute, and whatever happens to be done or is necessary to be done herewith, a royal proclamation saying that this will be the 2 weeks of The Wizard of Oz. Now, our munchkins have something to say about this. Oh, Glinda, could you call out your munchkins, please?
As mayor of the Munchkin City in the county of the land of Oz, I welcome you most regally, Juicy, if she Then let this be a day of independence for all their munchkins and their descendants. Friends, let the joyous news be spread. The wicked old witch at last is dead! Hooray! Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, oh witch, the wicked witch. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Wake up, sleepyhead, rub your eyes, get out of bed. Wake up, the wicked witch is dead. She's gone where the goblins go below, 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 yo-ho. Let's open up and sing, and ring the bells out, ding dong, the merry-o. Sing it high, sing it low, let them know the wicked witch is dead. And in the name of the lullaby league, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land. We represent the lollipop zoo, the lollipop zoo, the lollipop zoo, and in the name of the lollipop zoo, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land. We welcome you to Munchkin Land, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la, tra-la-la. Tra-la-la-la-la. And we will glorify your name. Tra-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la.
Dorothy, I hear you want to get home. Last minute, my crew talked me, and I should say my cast, my Munchkins talked me into doing that whole piece there. I'm so sorry, we were only going to do a snippet, but they were so excited about coming to see you, so I hope you have tolerance for us and our long-winded cast. Thank you so very much, and please come to see the production, and I do hope you consider our request for proclamation.
We do thank you. Thank all the young people who were involved in this. We really appreciate it every year when you come and bring this to us. It gives us a smile on our face and brings joy to our heart to hear these young people. You know, the only thing better than being one of these young people, being in your play, is being a parent of one of these young people. And the only thing that's better than that is being a grandparent of one of these young
Yay
people.
for
Then you can
grandparents.
send them home, you know. But we hereby proclaim as requested. So the proclamation.
Thank you so very much. Whoops, I got to take my bricks with me.
Thank you very much.
I might have to get my crew to do this. We don't want to deface.
You might want to leave a couple of those bricks. We might need it for the budget in a year or two.
Okay, next we have Michelle French. Michelle, if you would just give your name and address for the record, please.
Certainly. I'm Michelle French, and I reside at 11699 Mitchell Circle in Ponder. And the reason why I'm here, which there's no way to be able to follow those kiddos. They did a great job. But speaking of budget, the reason why I am here, there's a couple of things. First of all, wanted to give you all a status update. I'm the Chief Deputy of the Denton County Tax Assessor's Office. I'm also the Republican nominee for Tax Assessor. And I thought it would be appropriate to give you all a status update of where you are with your tax statements. We did finish up the budget year on Friday, and over the weekend we did work to finish everything up, balance out the 2011 year, balance in the 2012 year. And so I simply wanted to come and let you know that everything is done. The tax roll is up and going. We should be sending out our tax statements on or about October 15th. We got the last tax rate adopted on Friday, got it into the system, got everything done, and you can actually go out and look at your tax statements if you so desire, actually on our website right now. We are finishing up a couple of things right now. We'll get the statement file ready to go to our print vendor probably by Wednesday, as I said, October 15th or just before so. We will be sending out tax statements, and then you will be able to start getting your money in. So just wanted to give you all the status update. I do appreciate it, and thank you all very much.
Thank you very much. Next, we have Roger Anderson. And did Ed Reed want to come at the same time, or y'all want to do it separately? I'm sorry?
I'll call him up.
Oh, okay.
when I'm finished. My name's Roger Anderson. I'm with Habitat for Humanity of Denton County. Our business address is 1721 North Carroll Boulevard in Denton. We are looking to come back to Lewisville. We've not been in Lewisville since it's been about 10 years ago, and we're looking at building a Habitat home here in Lewisville with the support of 4 congregations in the area and possibly 4 other congregations within the city of Lewisville. So we're in the process of negotiating for a lot, and we're looking for council and mayor support during this process of getting going and building the house. I did want to give you a little bit of background about Habitat. I'm not sure if everyone is aware. A lot of people think we give the homes away, but we don't. We've been around since the mid-'70s, and we've built over 500,000 homes that is providing housing to over 4 million individuals. Within the U.S., we are the 6th largest home builder last year. Here in Denton County, we started building in '95 in Denton, and in about '98, '99 here in Lewisville. We currently have 85 homes with families in them. We're working on number 86 up in Sanger as we speak. Habitat is not a handout. As I said, we do sell these homes to individuals by using volunteers to build the homes, and by getting gifts in kind from donating materials or labor that we normally would buy. We're able to keep the costs down. So we are not only building low-cost, energy-efficient, high-quality homes, but we're building them with the support of the community. The families that are selected, they go through a pre-application process to get identified, and then they go through the application process, screening process, background checks. A lot we have learned over the years, so we keep improving our process, and maybe we got too good at it, because you may have seen recently we've been in the media actually not getting applications as fast as we thought we would when we opened up the pre-application process here a month or two ago. By keeping the costs down, and then Habitat provides a zero interest mortgage to the family over about 20 years or so. They then own their own home, and we are the mortgage holder. We've been meeting with the city manager here and the staff, and are going through the process of getting ready to file for permits and variances and zoning, whatever. My background, I'm not a builder, although I am the construction manager for Habitat. I am the one construction person on staff. We have a total of 5 people on staff that support the family selection, the mortgages, and keeping the doors open by paying our bills. That's 3 full-time people and 2 part-time staff. We're looking at getting started hopefully next month. It's a pretty aggressive schedule, and like I said, we're still in negotiations for a lot to be able to do that. So we're asking for your support as we go through this process, and staff support. There's a couple folks here in the audience from staff that I've been working with over the past year or so. But we want to get back into Lewisville. We're not just a Denton Habitat, as a lot of people thought. I'm building in Sanger. I have lots in Roanoke and over by Frisco that we're looking to put families on those in homes on those lots sometime in the near future. Now I'll ask Ed Reeve if he'd like to add to that. Thank you.
Mayor, members of the council, my name is Ed Reeve. I live at 324 Bethel School Road in Coppell. I am the house leader, I am the volunteer, if you will, of the construction of the home that we plan to build with Roger and Habitat for Humanity. I represent well over 100 volunteers from 4 different congregations that have banded together, and we've been working now for almost a year. Roger didn't say that the sponsoring organizations, us, have to raise the money to build the house. So we've raised over $70,000 and have deposited that money with Habitat, both cash and gifts in kind, and then have the volunteers lined up to actually do the work, the labor of building the home. And the 4 congregations wish to build in your city. I don't remember that Roger said, but our plan is to secure this lot on South Hatcher, which is just south of here a few blocks, and to put a house in there as quickly as possible. We need your support because we need to work through staff and some of the other committees within the city to get some variances on this lot in order to build this 1,450 square foot home on this lot. And we hope you can support it a little bit expeditiously, as we don't want to lose the good weather of fall. And our hope is to actually, since we have 4 congregations working together, we hope to build the house somewhat in half of the time that Roger normally builds a Habitat home, and have the family in the home before Christmas. In order to do that, we need your help and support. So I hope that you can give that to us and get us started here as soon as we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. And thank both of you for the work you do and the work Habitat does. And I know staff has been working with you, and I know they'll continue to work with you and do what we can. All right. Thank you all very much. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. All the following items on the consent agenda are considered to be self-explanatory by the council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or citizen so requests. For a citizen to request removal of an item, a speaker card must be filled out and submitted to the city secretary. I did not have any cards filled out, and I did not have a councilman asked to have anything removed. There is a correction on item 3, which would read, administrative comment should actually read a total of 18 bid invitations were downloaded by bidsync.com. A total of 8 bids were received and opened September 6, 2012. With that, do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second?
Have a motion to approve the consent agenda by Councilman Ferguson, a second by Councilman Durham. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is number 8, consideration of a request by Lake City's Ballet Theater to apply 2012-2013 arts support grant money to a performance held outside the Louisville city limits as recommended by the Arts Advisory Board. The Arts Advisory Board was appointed by City Council in 2011 to review and oversee the annual Arts Support Grant Program. Pursuant to the Hotel Occupancy Fund request, policies, and procedures, one of the restrictions on grants is that the money can only be used for exhibits in performances conducted within Louisville. However, City Council is given the authority to waive that requirement. Lake City's Ballet uses its grant money to help fund the Nutcracker performances that have always been held at Louisville High School's Stuver Auditorium. Because of the construction at the high school this year's and the auditorium, this year's performance has been moved to Marcus High School. That ballet has requested a waiver on the board, voted to recommend the City Council approval. Recommendation of staff is that the council approve the request by Lake City's Ballet Theater as set forth in the above caption.
Yes.
Hold on a sec. They got some cards here, Rudy, just a sec. I do have Kelly Lannon here, who does not wish to speak, but she is here to answer any questions if needed. And then I have Rhonda Lambert, who is here, would like to speak in support. Rhonda, if you come forward and just give your name and address, please, for the record.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. My address is 1752 Mistacalo Drive here in Louisville. Okay. Thank you for this opportunity to speak in support of funding for Lake City's Ballet Theater. I have been a resident for Louisville for about 17 years. My knowledge of Mrs. Lannon and her business, Ballet Conservatory, and Lake City's Ballet Theater began around 10 years ago when I asked my neighbor where a quality ballet place was. I enrolled my daughter in ballet classes, and we have never been so happy to belong to such a wonderful business right here in Louisville. That November, when my daughter was 5, we were able to participate in our first Nutcracker as she was a little cherub. After the performance, my child was hooked on the world of dance, and as a family, we were also enchanted with the realization that such a wonderful show, people, and performers were right here in our own hometown. Well, we are on our 10th Nutcracker this year, and I can honestly say it is such a great experience for the whole city and community to have right here at our fingertips. No driving into Dallas or another city. With the live orchestra provided from our own great Louisville Symphony, it is one of very few Nutcrackers in the area which provide live music. It is such a bonding experience for our family as we have people travel into town along with our neighbors who get to experience such an inspiring performance. If you have not had a chance to see the show, it is really quite amazing, with our own hometown dancers dancing with such great legends that Mrs. Lannon brings in from New York City. It is such a great time for everyone, seeing such great performances from little ones to the great professional dancers. And well, as an audience experience the performances, we feel like we get the Super Bowl here in Louisville every November. The impact on my child by being involved in the Nutcracker productions as well as other dance opportunities throughout the year is priceless. Such a positive thing in her life. Taking dance from Mrs. Lannon is like being at the Girls Club, Brownies, Girl Scouts, and YMCA all rolled into one. From a parental standpoint, I can only teach my daughter so much in my own home. At dance, not only is she learning how to land some awesome Italian fouettes and a triple pirouette, but she is learning grace, the value of discipline, devotion, and working together, friendship, and working together as a team, which will only make her a greater value to our community, which is Louisville. I strongly encourage funding to continue for such a positive program as the Nutcracker, in Lake City's Ballet Theater. It is a proud tradition for our immediate family as well as the community, and I applaud Mrs. Lannon for all the great dance experiences in the past and yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Other Louisville citizens who have filled out cards but do not wish to speak are Mary Neal in support, Susan Mellencamp, who is in support, and Shane Tunnell, who is in support. Councilman Durham?
Thank you, Mayor. I have attended the Nutcracker on numerous occasions, and it is very good. I did want to ask staff, just for rhetorical purposes, that the plan for the Nutcracker is to be back at Louisville High School, or when the auditorium is redone.
Absolutely, council member. Basically, this would be a one-year issue while they are rebuilding the auditorium, and then in all future years, it would be back in Louisville.
Okay. With that, Mayor, I move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion to approve by Councilman Durham, a second by Councilman Guerrero. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Good luck with it.
Yes.
Okay, it brings us down to reports. Nika, Bob, Chief.
Yes, Mayor, I have one thing I want to mention. As I hope everybody remembers, October is Fire Prevention Month, and in the month of October, not only are our life and fire safety clowns going to be out in all the elementary schools in the city of Louisville and Castle Hills doing their skits, but we'll also be visiting numerous daycare centers and having kiddos come through our fire stations for tours and stuff. But the one big thing I want to remind everybody of is this Saturday, October the 6th, from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, we'll be having our annual open house at our central fire station at 188 North Valley Parkway. And we invite everybody to come out and join us for another fun day. Looking at our equipment, basically we're opening our house to everybody in the community to come in and see what we do and share a day with us of fun activities. We'll have the guys from fire prevention will be out again in mass this year cooking hot dogs on the grill, and we'll have popsicles and popcorn and stuff. But it's a fun day. If you're looking for something to do, bring the kiddos out and join us.
Thanks. I know that's a great event. The whole month is a great event. I know the clowns do a wonderful job to schools, and they take that home and share that with their families, and that's always very educational. And I know the open house is a great event. I'm in training all day Saturday, but I'll sneak over during lunch because I'm not too far away. Okay. Melinda? Chief Kerbo?
No, sir.
How is everything going?
Everything's going very well. We got some much needed rain. Didn't make a lot of difference in the lake, but it certainly didn't hurt.
People probably like me turned their sprinklers off for a while, didn't they?
Some did, but we did see some on in the middle of the rain.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Carol. Appreciate it. Mr. Conkey.
Yes, Mayor, we did have the Western Days Festival this weekend, and I can safely report to you that we did establish a record of this year's Western Days. Sadly, it was for the most rain. The crowd on Friday was less than last year, although our early revenue reports indicate that it was very comparable to last year. So those who were there did spend more. Saturday, the crowd never really developed because it rained all day. I want to commend staff, not just event staff, but police, fire, parks, public services. We put in all the work a regular Western Days would have, plus additional, including a relocation of the main stage events into the Arts Center. It was a challenge. It was a learning experience. We're glad it's behind us, and we're looking forward now to 2013 when we are praying for sun.
Brenda?
Can I have
sure.
I have a question for Mr.
Sure, go ahead. He's got a question, Mr. Conkey.
Has Western Days always coincided with the first day of the State Fair?
That's only been the past 4 years that it's been that weekend. Prior to that, it was Labor Day weekend. It was moved off of that partly because of the heat at Labor Day and travel plans, and also because of dove season.
Because of what?
It's the start of dove season,
Opening day.
we actually had a lot of people who told us that they would show up as soon as we got off that weekend.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
There seems like there's always something going on in the fall, and actually, if you look at Metroplex, that is the least event-oriented weekend in the entire fall season. So
That's correct, Mayor. The major festivals tend to coordinate. The second weekend of September is Grape Fest. The third weekend is Plano Balloon Festival. The fourth weekend, Addison has an event, Fort Worth has a music event, but ours is the largest outdoor festival, and we've kind of slotted in there.
All right, thank you for that.
Okay, Brenda? Mr. Backus? I'm sorry, Mr. Ferris? I didn't mean to skip you, sir. I'm sorry. I apologize. I really did. I just want to see if you'd noticed. Councilman Durham?
Nothing, Mayor, thank you.
Councilman Grenna?
Nothing.
Councilman Gilmore?
Yes, Mayor, I've got a brief announcement. Just want everyone to know that to put this on your calendar if it's of importance to you, there will be a public meeting on October 25th at 7 p.m. If you go to the Louisville City website and just type in Camelot Landfill, in the search field, you're going to find this public meeting. The reason I'm letting the residents know is that it's your one opportunity to express your opinion on the increase in size of the Camelot landfill. Your city council has publicly opposed this permit request, and I'm sure some of us will be there attending, but they're looking to increase the footprint by 38.5 acres, and I don't know exactly how high, but it is a significant height increase. So if you have an attitude about this or an input or an opinion, pro or con, it's a public meeting, we'd ask that you get out there and give your opinion on that. By the way, I always find it interesting when people want to increase the size of a landfill and they don't have a recycling program. So just kind of put that one on your file. So go to the city website, look for Camelot Landfill, or write an email to your city council, and we'd be happy to refer you to all the information. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Councilman, is that also known as the Farmers Branch landfill?
It has been known
Okay.
as the Farmers Branch, but, you know, Camelot, it's pretty. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Barron, did you have anything?
No, sir.
We certainly want to thank you for filling in for Mr. King tonight. You're a welcome respite from, I won't say. It's good to have you here.
Thank you, Mayor.
Councilman Ferguson.
She's far better looking than the city manager, so. Thank you, Mayor. As always, MCL grand items. First of all, new sculpture show was installed in time for Western Days. Of course, with the rain, a lot of you may not have had an opportunity to look at it yet. You need to go by and take a look at it. This is a very exciting sculpture show. If you saw the one last year, a lot of some of the same artists, some different artists, very much Western art. And with the paintings that were already hanging in the art gallery, you'll spend a lot of time there. So, or you can spend a few minutes, but go by and be sure and take a look at it. Got a lot of things going on at the MCL Grand, so I'm just going to hit a few highlights. The Acoustic Friday Jam that Visual Arts League puts on every Friday at 7 p.m. is continuing. They're also doing on October 12th, a Songwriters Challenge in the Black Box Theater. My iPad is not doing well tonight here, so you have to bear with me. They're going to start up the yoga classes again. My wife's been to those, says they're wonderful. I don't turn into a pretzel very well, so I haven't tried it. But that'll be on Wednesdays in the courtyard, and if it's raining, then they'll go inside into the recital hall. And then Lakeside Arts Foundation has a fundraiser this weekend, Saturday night, 7:30, called Fall for the Arts. I went last year, and they have a silent, or I guess it's a silent auction, and actually I walked away with several nice certificates to places like Texas Roadhouse, so it's a pretty good deal. You might want to go. And let's see, and then the big one on my list is, we talked about Lake City's Ballet Theater earlier. They're doing their Ballet de Dracula. That is October 12th at 7:30 p.m. and the 13th at 2 and 7:30 p.m. I've seen this show. It's just downright entertaining. I don't care whether you think you like ballet or not. It's spooky, it's creative, it's exciting, it's a lot of fun. You need to go if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend it. And they are doing that one at the MCL Grand, and it's because their Nutcracker draws a gigantic audience, so that's why they can't do that at the Grand. And I think that pretty well covers it. So a lot of things to look for at the MCL Grand. Go see the sculpture show. Thank you.
Councilman Vaughn?
Mayor, just a couple of items. One, I'd just like to remind everybody that DCTA is having a public open meeting to discuss their new fair schedule. They've set up a series of meetings. The one here in Louisville is October the 8th, I believe, at the Annex, for all those that care to partake and have an opinion one way or the other. And the final item is I'd like to congratulate Louisville High School for its upcoming 115th homecoming. The festivities start on the 8th of October and for Louisville High and all the feeder schools. So you can look for the festival activities in your media, local paper, so forth. Mayor, that's it.
Thank you, sir. Counselor? Julie? Thank you. Officer, we appreciate you being here tonight as well, sir. Thank you very much.
Mayor, one more comment.
Okay.
We had our Western Days, and I think obviously Saturday didn't turn out quite like we expected, but I was incredibly impressed with the job done by the staff and the police and fire departments. And basically, I think we took lemons and turned them into lemonade Saturday, and I think everybody deserves a pat on the back for a job well done, especially given the circumstances.
I agree. I certainly want to thank everybody for Western Week. It was a great celebration. We had a little rain, but you know, God knew we needed the rain, so He took good care of us, as He always does. I certainly want to say thank you to James Kunkey and Jennifer Galante for, I think the two of them, I don't know which one does the most. I think either both of them would say the other one does the most, but I know Jennifer does a lot of work, and I want to thank both of them and all their staff for all the work they've done. It couldn't have been put on without y'all heading up the crew. I also want to thank PALS and the police department, the fire department, the people from community development, and Adam and Tim out there filming, and just all the staff that work out there in the rain, both Friday evening and Friday during the day when they get Thursday and Friday getting it set up, Friday evening during the rain, and all day out there Saturday. They were out there helping our citizens and our visitors as much as they possibly could to try to keep them dry, and they stood out there just soaking wet, and I want to say a special thank you so much for all of them. We certainly want to thank Jerry Thompson and his crew from our promoters, and John with G Texas and his crew, because they all did a wonderful job. Also want to give a special thanks, and I know I'm going to forget somebody, and if I do, I said all the staff, so I hope you'll forgive me, but I also want to thank Steve Backus and Donna Barron and our city manager, Claude King, for working so well with all the different people and promoters and everything, and trying to at least put on what we could with the circumstances we were given. It's kind of interesting to see when I got home Sunday, or I got home late Saturday night, but it's too late to see anything, but Sunday when I finally I saw where Dallas had pretty much canceled everything for opening day of the parade, the state fair. They canceled their parade, they canceled their outdoor performances, pretty much everything. They had the fair was open, but all their activities were pretty much, outside activities pretty much canceled. So I felt like we did a really good job to our citizens and to the people that were able to come out. And also, as Councilman Vaughn mentioned, homecoming is coming up real quick. And I believe the homecoming parade is the 11th. Isn't that correct? Thursday the 11th, 6 o'clock. It starts down at Main and Cowan, and will come straight down Main Street, all around Mill, back around Church, right in front of City Hall here. And then at the end of the parade, we're going to have their annual pep rally right out here on the front of City Hall steps. If you have the opportunity, I hope you come down and show your support for these young people. You know, this is our high school, Louisville High School. Come and show them your support, show them you love them. I think you'll be amazed to see the turnout and see the support that this high school has here in our community. With that, and in accordance with Texas Government Code, Subchapter D, Section 551.071, legal issues related to MCO grant architectural services, Section 551.071, legal issues related to Camelot landfill, Section 551.072, property acquisition, and Section 551.087, deliberation regarding Economic Development Commission negotiations. We will now convene into closed session. So he hadn't heard that
So I could reset mine.
in there, huh?
I didn't notice.
Whoops, I'm sorry.
That's how you know.
We'll convene back into regular session. Is there any action to be taken, council?
Yes, Mayor. I move to authorize the city's legal counsel to pursue damages from Sutherland Page, including filing suit for the substandard architectural services provided in the design of the MCL Grand.
A motion by Councilman Ferguson,
Second?
second by Councilman Vaughn. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any further action?
Move to adjourn?
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Councilman Gilmore, second by Councilman Ferguson. Excuse me, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.